What's up? Welcome to Models and Agents for Beginners, episode 30. It's May 6th, 2026. We've got some really cool AI stuff to talk about today. Let's dive in. So picture this. You open an app you already use every day, and overnight it just gets noticeably smarter at the things you actually need. That is exactly what is happening right now with ChatGPT. OpenAI is making GPT 5.5 Instant the default model for every user over the next 2 days. You will not have to click anything or change any settings. If you use the free version on your phone or laptop, the upgrade arrives automatically. Think of a language model like the world's smartest autocomplete that has read millions of books, websites, and conversations, and learned to guess what word or sentence should come next. The new version is simply better at making those guesses when accuracy matters most, such as when you ask about a history fact, a biology process, or how to describe a photo you just took. It is also quicker to realize when it should check fresh information on the web instead of guessing from memory alone. For students, this could mean homework help that stays steady on subjects like chemistry or literature. For creators, it could mean story ideas or social media captions that feel more consistent from one chat to the next. Plus, and pro users also get improved memory, so the model can remember useful details from earlier conversations without you repeating them every time. That memory works a bit like a notebook the AI keeps open while you talk, pulling out the right page when it helps the current question. To see the difference yourself, open chatgpt.com in any browser, start a fresh chat, and try a specific prompt like, explain how photosynthesis works using only examples from a school garden, or upload a photo of your desk and ask for simple organization tips. The answers should feel steadier and less likely to invent details. Okay, now for my favorite part of the show, the deep dive, where we look under the hood at how one piece of AI actually works. Researchers at Anthropic are testing a new training step they call Model Spec Mid-Training, and it changes how an AI learns to behave safely. Here's the everyday analogy that makes it click. Imagine you're learning to ride a bike. Your parents could just say, "Do not fall," and walk away, but that would not help much on a new hill or gravel path. Instead, they explain why balance matters and what to do if you start to tip. So later, you can handle situations they never showed you directly. That same idea is what the researchers are trying with AI. In normal training, the model sees thousands of example conversations labeled good or bad. Marver showed you directly, the model expect mid-training adds an earlier step where the model first reads a big collection of made-up documents that explain the deeper reasons behind those rules. The documents spell out why being honest or avoiding harm actually matters across many different situations, not just the exact examples the model will see later. After that extra reading step, when the model does its regular training on good and bad chats, it starts to understand the spirit behind the rules rather than just copying surface patterns. The result is that the AI becomes better at handling brand new scenarios it never saw during training, like deciding what to do in an unfamiliar task without taking unsafe shortcuts. So next time you hear someone mention alignment training or model specs, picture it as the difference between memorizing a list of do's and don'ts versus actually grasping why those rules exist. And that is basically how this new approach works. Not so mysterious once you see it. That way, right? Let's move on to some cool stuff you can actually try. First up is a big step forward for self-driving delivery vehicles. The company Nuro just received approval to test fully driverless cars on real California roads in partnership with Uber. These vehicles will handle navigation, safety decisions, and passenger pickup using AI with no one sitting in the driver's seat at all. Think of it like a smashed character from a racing video game stepping out of the screen and driving on actual city streets while following every traffic rule. You cannot ride one yet, but you can watch how the technology already handles real-world movement. Search YouTube for neuro-autonomous vehicle test videos and pay attention to how the cars manage intersections and pedestrians. Then imagine requesting a ride and watching a vehicle arrive with no driver inside. Next is something that could let almost anyone start a food business without owning a kitchen. Entrepreneur Marc Lore is building a system that combines robotic kitchens with AI so you can launch a virtual restaurant brand just by describing your idea in plain words. You might type something like, a late night spot serving only breakfast tacos with Korean flavors, and the AI would help create the menu, branding, and even coordinate the robotic preparation. It turns what used to be an expensive, complicated business into something closer to posting a creative idea online and watching it take shape. While the full platform is not open yet, you can practice the prompting part right now. Open ChatGPT, describe a restaurant concept in detail, and ask it to generate a sample menu, a logo description, and a sample social media post for your imaginary spot. That exercise shows you how AI can turn a rough idea into concrete next steps without any coding or restaurant experience. Now for a couple of quick bits. Big tech companies including Microsoft, Google, and xAI have agreed to let government experts review their newest AI models before those models reach the public. The goal is to spot safety or fairness issues early, like sending a new bridge design for an official inspection before cars are allowed to drive across it. In another update, Microsoft is removing its Copilot AI assistant from Xbox consoles and the Xbox mobile app because it did not feel like the right fit for gamers right now. The move shows that even large companies test AI features and adjust quickly when real users do not find them useful yet. And that's a wrap. If any of today's stories made you go, that's cool, go play with it. Curiosity is how every expert started. See you tomorrow. And if you'd rather watch than listen, find us on YouTube at Nara Network. Links in the show notes. This podcast is curated by Patrick, but generated using AI voice synthesis of my voice. The primary reason to do this is I unfortunately don't have the time to be consistent with generating all the content and wanted to focus on creating consistent and regular episodes for all the themes that I enjoy, and I hope others do as well.